What is going on, everybody? It's Mile High Guy here, and we have to talk about last night's game. What happened to the Patriots? I mean, last night, if there's one thing I learned, is that their defense is garbage. They have 42 points, the most points in the Belichick era. This is the first game they've ever lost at home when leading going into the fourth quarter with Brady. It really was a loss of epic proportions. I've seen a lot of people try to play it off as, well, these other years they've lost and went on to win the Super Bowl and they've recovered from losses like this. Sure, they're the Patriots. They're a great team. Belichick is a great coach. Brady's a great quarterback. But I think there's more to this loss than there are to those other losses they have recovered from. If you go back and look at the stats, Tom Brady only completed 16 passes last night. 16 out of 36, if I'm not mistaken. No touchdowns. That's a really bad stat line. That's a horrible stat line for a quarterback. The Patriots didn't score a single point in the fourth quarter. I mean, they just looked bad. That defense couldn't stop anybody. Chiefs were getting wide open all night long. Alex Smith threw for 4 touchdowns, I believe. I can look that up real quick. Yeah, he threw 4 touchdowns. He played like he was Tom Brady last night. That's bad, because Alex Smith, I believe we know who Alex Smith is. I believe that he's a solid quarterback, but I don't believe that he's that type of guy where he could take you to the next level. Now, could he win a championship with a team that has a defense like the Broncos did a couple years ago? Absolutely. But to put up Brady-esque and Rodgers-like numbers last night against the Patriots, I think is very, very alarming for them and their fans. I mean, what happened? They couldn't stop the run. Guys were wide open downfield all night. They have no pass rush to speak of. Like, they just look terrible. And like I said, they're going to correct it. They're going to get better. But how much better? It was very evident last night that Brady is missing Edelman. That Brandon Cooks cannot necessarily step and be the number one guy. And they'll just move on like they never missed a beat. The other thing to be concerned about is Amendola is hurt. He left with a head injury last night. Could he be put into concussion protocol? I haven't seen if it was concussion or something else yet. But that's the thing, is if they don't have Edelman and Amendola, they're down now 2 receivers. So it's going to be very interesting. Gronk disappeared in the game last night. And I don't know. It's still really early, I think, for Patriots fans to panic. But is Father Time catching up to Tom Brady like it did Peyton Manning? Or is this a combination of his weapons around him are falling down, his defense is poor, and putting him in situations where he has to throw the ball? And so last night was just, obviously a bad night. I don't know. I think that Brady will rebound. I don't think he's going to have a MVP type season. I think that was apparent last night. And I think the Patriots are in for a rough ride. As far as the Chiefs go, I think the Chiefs are a good team. I don't think they're as good of a team as the Patriots defense made them look last night. I think they're going to be a tough opponent for the Broncos to beat going into the playoffs. Going into play, trying to get to the playoffs, through the division. I think it's going to be a very tough division to win between Kansas City and Oakland. I think you're going to have to win 12 games. Maybe you can get by with 11 if you take care of business and you sweep your division games. It's going to be very, very tough to win the West, and the Chiefs are going to be right there fighting for it, and I think they proved last night that they're ready to take that next step, and that's scary for Bronco fans. But again, I don't think they're as good as they looked last night. And again, that's something just like the Patriots may not be as bad. We'll have to find out in the coming weeks. They also lost Eric Berry last night, which is an unfortunate injury. Wish him the best in his recovery. It's really unfortunate. You can say what you want about a rivalry, you can hate a team like I do, but you never want to see the best players go off the field, especially a guy like Eric Berry. So that's a very unfortunate loss for them. But, yeah, I did not think the Chiefs could win that game last night. So props to the Chiefs. I hope the Broncos go out Monday and take care of business. I have a video coming up on that. And it's going to be an interesting season. No more 16-0 talk. And maybe the reign of the Patriots is over. I know there's a lot of people who would love to see that. So, only the coming weeks will tell. For now, Mile High Guy out.